Hello everyone, it's your host Get Good Fox, and it's time for the Bundle Up Review Enhanced. I'm going to go over all of the items, how to get them, how much they cost, and I'm going to tell you whether or not I think they are good. Let's go ahead and get started. Beginning first with the cosmetic items, they have no stats, so it's just up to whether you think they're cool or not. First is the bomber hat logo. Bounty is to kill 2 ferals with explosives, and it's this puffy, warm, green hat looking thing. Like I said, it's up to you whether or not you think it's worth going for it. Next up, we've got Bomber Jacket Crimson. Bounty is to craft 90 crossbow bolts, and it's this kind of like dark red, I guess, crimson jacket. I think it's worth going just because crafting 90 crossbow bolts is really easy to do. Then we've got the Knit Ear Flap Hat Olive Green. The bounty is to craft 30 painkillers, and I guess it's like one of these like crocheted warm hats or something like that. I think it's worth getting just because crafting 30 painkillers is a cinch. And the last of the cosmetic items is the Antler Knife. Bounty is to kill 2 bloaters with crossbows. If you want more Antler Knives, they cost 180 influence each. It is a close combat weapon, and all close combat weapons have identical stats, or I guess no stats at all, so which close combat weapon you use purely is an issue of which one you think looks the best. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the guns, beginning with the M9. The bounty is to kill 1 Juggernaut with a pistol, and it's just the kill shot that needs to be with a pistol. You could do the vast majority of the Juggernaut's health with another weapon. If you want more M9s, they cost 300 influence each. This is a pistol sidearm that is semi-automatic. It fires 9mm bullets with a 15-round capacity, and it weighs 2.2 pounds. Overall, it's just another 9mm pistol, and by that I mean there's no special features. It doesn't have a scope, it's semi-automatic, there's just nothing really to say about it. It doesn't have particularly good accuracy, it doesn't have bad accuracy, it's just a normal 9mm pistol. I would say pass. Next up is the 1911 The Producer. The bounty is to kill 5 armored Zeds in close combat. More producers cost 500 influence each. It is a pistol sidearm that is semi-automatic. It fires 9mm bullets, has a 10-round capacity, and weighs 1.5 pounds. It is very similar to the M9. It just has less capacity and weighs a little bit less, but it doesn't have any special features. It's not particularly accurate. It's just a really meh weapon. It's about as good as any other 9mm pistol that you would find by looting, so pass. Anyways, let's move right into the melee weapon, starting with the very awesome Ice Axe. Bounty is to dismember 35 plague zombie arms. If you want more axes, they cost 750 influence each. This is a bladed weapon that weighs only half of a pound. It's got great lethality, awesome durability, great ease of use, and it only weighs half of a pound. I think it's the best bladed weapon in the game, if you ask me. It's awesome for marathon users who want to have as little weight as possible, and while it's true that it doesn't have as much lethality as something like the Bastard of Bella Woods, it still has a lot of lethality, and the humongous durability means that it's not going to fail you in the middle of a big fight. I recommend getting a few of these just because of how good they are. But next up, we've got the Fire Poker. Bounty is to kill 4 bloaters with fire. Price for more Fire Pokers is 750 influence each. This is a blunt weapon that weighs 2 pounds, and overall, it's not especially good. It's got really mediocre stats across the board. Sometimes these balanced weapons can be okay, but the problem is that it's balanced, leaning towards below average stats in kind of every direction. It's just not all that good. I guess it has a little more lethality and impact than average, but it's not like good lethality or good impact. It's like mediocre lethality and mediocre impact, so I just don't think it's very good. I would pass. And now the final item on the list, the Wood Stove. Bounty is to kill 5 Screamers with vehicles. Price for more wood stoves is 975 influence each. This is a facility mod, and it will plug into any facility mod slot. The effect is that it gives you +3 morale to everyone in your community as long as you have materials. Now, it doesn't consume and reduce your materials. You just have to have at least 1 material to begin gaining its effect. So you wouldn't get the morale if you had 0 materials, but it will not reduce your materials. I actually think this is a super good mod, and I recommend getting several wood stoves, and that's because there's a lot of facilities that have a mod slot, but you know, what do you plug into it? Like the trade depot, for example, you can't put in an ammo press because that only can go into like a workshop. You can't put in like a pill press because that can only go into an infirmary. So what do you plug into it? Plug in a wood stove and get +3 morale. You can put in multiple wood stoves and get +3 morale multiple times. They do stack up, so there's no reason to not just fill up all those kind of oddball facilities with wood stoves if you don't have another plan for them. But anyway, that is my review of the Bundle Up pack. Overall, kind of a weak pack. There's only a few really, really good ones in there. But the thing is, the ones that are really good, like the wood stove and the ice axe, they are super good. So I do recommend participating at least a little bit. Anyways, which of these bounties excite you? Which of these do you use? Have I convinced you to use any of these that you previously were sleeping on? And do you feel I was a little too hard on some of the items? Let me know what you think down in the comments section. Anyways, like the video if it was entertaining, subscribe for future State of Decay 2 content, and of course remember that you don't have to be good to get good.